Hello, welcome to Virtual Flight Diaries. We're here on Monday night with the Top Mach Studios B-2 bomber for Military Mondays. So this thing is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the outside for a little bit. Yep, get my drone camera. So let me slow this down a bit. How's everybody doing? A little bit of technical difficulties. But, you know, what else is new, right? There we go. So this thing is meticulously modeled, especially for a top secret aircraft. So I've done a little research, and there's not many pictures. They do have a little bit, but you know, some public stuff. The designers apparently also talked to some real-world B-2 bomber pilots, which so I wonder how we get bombs in this thing. So there's not really a manual that I could find. Probably under payload. No, I guess not. So the B-2 bomber has this rotary bomb rack on both sides. And it can carry both conventional and nuclear payload. Up to 40,000 pounds worth. So we're talking 80 500-pound JDAM bombs to 16 B-83 nuclear bombs, which are 2,400 pounds apiece. It's subsonic. It is stealth technology. So the reason it is designed this way is to give as little of a footprint as possible, including the 4 General Electric F-118 turbofans. And these exhaust nozzles are designed to reduce the radar signature. The low profile, this raised part right here separates the engines from the rest of the body, which breaks up the radar signature as well. The shape, design, everything about it is to give it a stealth profile so that the radar can't pick it up. And it is cool. So we are in the Spirit of Pennsylvania, and I guess it's on the Bombay door. No, the wheel well. So there's 20. So I represent the home state. So can't fly the drone. So there are 21 of these aircraft in service. 20 of them are named after states, and one of them is the Spirit of America. They are all stationed at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, and they are with the 131st Bomber Squadron, which is actually Air National Guard, manages the B-2. The current state of the B-2 bomber is secret. The pictures of the cockpit are predating the 2012 billion-dollar avionics, top secret avionics upgrade. But they're looking to be phased out by the B-21 by 2040. All right, guys. So let's get fired up. Let's get going. We're going to be let's close up the hatch here. So we're going to be flying down to Altus Air Force Base from Whiteman, and we'll go over the cockpit and flight, and the cabin. So let's get fired up here. So the sounds done by Top Mach Studios. Well, they're not done by Top Mach Studios. They're actually Echo 19, the same guys that did the F-35 Lightning, and they're pretty cool. If you caught my short that I made of me doing a low pass, you guys can see that the sound effects are actually really cool. So let's get our flight plan in. So we are at Whiteman, and for this demonstration mission we are going to be Spectre Spectre 66 is our call sign. Alright, so Whiteman is SZL. Why are we not? KLTS. Okay, so that's working. So add origin. Okay, so add origin KSZL. There we go. That finally took. So we have an en route waypoint of IAB, which is actually another Air Force's TACAN. That's no. Okay, there we go. No, that's the wrong one. waypoint. Yes. Add en route. IAB. Yep. McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita. There we go. So we'll be climbing up to 50,000 feet. Its service ceiling as a demonstration, and we're going to be flying at max. Let's close that up. All right, flight plans in the system. And we're going to be, so we're also going to be flying at max cruise, which is Mach 0.95. So let's get 50,000 in the box. So initial climb out at 2,500. We'll use GPS as our source. Our speed will do 250 knots till we're above 10,000, and then we'll go 400 for the climb out. Switch to Mach and then increase to 0.95. So that looks good. Turn this on. We'll get the map view. So I don't have a checklist. So we're going to fly out to McConnell and then down to Altus. And we should have a procedure. It's Altus. We're doing 36 right for the approach. To the ILS 36 right. Sipino load. Okay. But we'll probably end up hand flying, but I don't know. The only reason I'm putting that in is because the ceiling's pretty. Weather's kind of icky. Alright, so there's a couple different options. I haven't really gone through all of them. I know there's the air crew option, which puts you at like a pilot's head, but it's kind of, I never really liked that kind of stuff, so I'll leave that off. I'm gonna remove the munitions ladder, unloader, munitions cart, come off. Got the batteries on, external power is on. Let's fire up the APU. So this thing has two APUs, one for each engine. So we're going to put the get some lights on. And we'll fire up the APUs. That's pretty cool. So I don't know how much of this plane is real and how much of it is fill in the blanks kind of stuff. Because like I said, it is an operational top secret aircraft. This panel kind of looks like the pictures I had, but this would be the old school panel. So I don't know. Alright, so what's next? So we got the APUs on, we got the fuel on board. We're more than enough fuel. We actually have enough fuel to probably make it to Russia. But we're going to turn that. We turn these on. So I'm already running a little bit behind, so let's get fired up. Fuel pump on. So this is obviously not a tutorial because I have maybe 50% of the knowledge of what I'm doing here. Okay, so that's alternate throttle source. That looks good. So there's two ways you can fire up the engines. So like all military aircraft, well, maybe not all military aircraft. This one has, you could start each individual engine by motoring them up and clicking each engine to start, or you could do a scramble and fire up all four. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire up all four. We're going to check out that sound. Takes a minute for these to spool up. It's actually firing up all four engines at the same time. Sounds on this thing are fantastic. So one of the things you might be wondering is there's no tail rudder assembly. So how does this thing yaw for a turn? So when you hit the rudders, it actually deploys speed brakes on the leading edges, on the trailing edge, the lead trailing edge of the wing, which then slows this side down, so it yaws this way. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then there's the other control surfaces. You got the so this thing hand flies actually wonderfully. It is so easy to hand fly. Landing's a little tricky, but all military planes seem to have, in the simulator, seem to have a... Alright, so we'll get the generators on, kill the external power, and we will kill the APU, and get the taxi lights on. So anti-skid on, taxi light on. Close the entry door. Let's double check that the bomb bay doors are closed. There we go. Close it up. Nice. So they open. They needed hydraulic power to close. That's why I couldn't close them earlier. All right, let's get the autopilot menu up. All right, engines are running. Next is to arm the ejection seats. Co-pilot, pilot. Well, the pilot and mission commander, actually. The fuel system in. So that all looks good. Let's remove that. So you might hear some warning bells because I may have skipped some things. IFF is normal. We're gonna go to that normal COM 1. Yeah, tune on ground. So I'm using say intentions for our ATC. So that should be all set up.
Whiteman clearance, Spirit 717.
Alright, so let's see. Whiteman ground, Spectre 66, ready to taxi.
Spectre 66, Whiteman clearance, contact ground on 119.125 for taxi instructions.
Oh, I clicked clearance. Whiteman ground, Spectre 66, ready to taxi.
Spectre 66, Whiteman ground, taxi to runway 1 via Foxtrot, Echo Delta. Contact tower on 132.4 when ready for departure.
Taxi runway 1, Foxtrot, Echo Delta, contact tower on 132.4 when ready for departure, Spectre 66. All right, let's get going. So there are no flaps. It's a flying wing, so it uses aerodynamic braking. So it's thought that the F-35 was going to replace the aging B-2 bombers, but in 2012, Congress decided to shell out $2 billion to upgrade them all to more modern avionics deck. Like I said, that was all done here at Whiteman Air Force Base. And it was top secret. So we have no idea what they did. I mean, the only picture I have of the cockpit that I found was a photo of Dick Cheney in the cockpit. And it kind of looked similar to this. So I'm thinking maybe early 2000s. Probably had to do something with the Afghan war, or the war in Iraq, which this saw surface, actually. In 2003, I think it was 2003. May have had my figures wrong. But anyway, in the early years of the Iraqi war, the B-2 Spirit fleet was actually dispatched for sorties. They did 27 sorties out of Whiteman and 22 sorties out of a top secret forward base. The term forward base was in quotations, although there was a reference that previous top secret forward operation bases were in the UK and Guam, so it could have been one of those. They also were dispatched out of Diego Garcia too, from what I read. But this plane holds the record for the longest bombing sortie. It took off, the flight took off from here, flew all the way to Afghanistan, did their bombing run, and then returned. 44 hours in flight. Non-stop, with refueling points along the way. So allegedly this can carry enough fuel to fly 6,000 miles, and has the capability during wartime effort to fly indefinitely with refueling, tanker refueling. Yeah, we're kind of heavy today. It's pretty cool, the scenery. You can get this scenery from Top Mach. All these hangars are actually animated, and you can start off inside the hangar. And I believe this would be our hangar. It's already open. When you power up the aircraft, the hangar doors will open. They're animated. It's pretty cool. And they are all environmentally controlled hangars. Something that has to do with the anti-radar skin on the plane, I believe. But this is actually really cool scenery. Got some A-10s over here. There was a C-130 back there. So just like an airliner, this thing's got nose wheel steering, or at least it's modeled. Like I said, some of the stuff I'm saying here is going to be what's in the sim, not in real life, because I think some of it's definitely top secret still. So And all these panels are configurable, so you can adjust them to however you like. You know, you could put the ILS up here, you know, the horizontal situational indicator or the attitude indicator up here, so on and so forth. This is the setup I like.
Spectre 66, contact tower on 132.4. Have a good afternoon.
Contact tower 132.4, Spectre 66. All right, so let's see here. Park and brake on. It's our nav, IFF. We got a let's set the transponder in this thing. Oh, probably should get the packs on so we're steel heat. No anti-ice. We'll get the cabin temperature to auto. Speed brake is normal operations. Oh, that's right. Could set it up here. So we're squawking 4337. Nice, I forgot about that panel. That's very helpful. All right, so let's take off. Whiteman Tower, Spectre 66, ready to go, runway 1.
Spectre 66, Whiteman Tower, runway 1, winds calm, fly heading 010, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, flight runway heading Spectre 66. All right.
Caution, caution. Warning, warning, warning.
His engine's up. Let's go.
Warning, 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 warning. Caution, caution.
So we're looking at a rotation speed of about 160, somewhere in there.
Caution, caution.
There we go. Positive rate, gear up.
Gear unsafe.
Looks like a freaking spaceship.
Spectre 6-6, contact departure on 119.125.
Caution, caution.
Contact departure 119er125, Spectre 6-6. Alright, so let's get the autopilot on. Auto throttle. Nav lock. Autopilot master on. You just can't preset it. ECS 1, 2, or left and right. Yeah, I don't know which ones are the ECS, so that's electrical. Oh, that's right. To put the bleeds on. Exit light off. So, like I was saying, this kind of looks like it's very futuristic, very spaceship-like. So imagine this being tested out of Edwards or even Area 51, and you have no idea in the late 70s that this is going on, and you see this thing fly over, and it does not look like anything that you've ever seen before. You would think it's a spaceship, right? Just from food for thought. Alright, so we're coming up on 10,000. So landing light could come off. So it's very very airline-like. But most bombers are, really. There's nothing very exciting about a bomber. Other than maybe they look cool, maybe, you know, they have some aspect to them, like the B-1 Lancer, could go Mach 2. Can you handle the comms from now on? So let's go up to 400. Can you handle the comms from now on, please? Tell the mission commander to handle the comms.
Sure, I'll take over the comms from now on.
Ah, he's a British guy. Go ahead and contact departure for us. Oh, I love saying intentions.
We're currently on the correct frequency with departure, Captain. No need to change frequencies right now. I'll continue handling the comms for us.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain. I'll continue handling the comms for us.
Yeah, I got it. So we're going to shut our lights down because we're going in stealth mode. So get up to speed here and we'll accelerate to Mach 0.95. Smoke pouring off those engines. I said the sounds are wild. Hats off to Echo 19. These guys know how to do military sounds, I'll tell you what. Alright, switch to Mach. And let's do 0.95. Not 0.35, 95. What the heck? There we go. do some serious climbing. Put these F-118s to the test. Just watch our speed to make sure we don't bleed off and stall. Auto throttle's armed, nav source is saying we're locked on target. Alright, looks good. So this is also our heading and course if we wanted to lock that in. Yeah, so we're going too fast in the climb. That's not going to work out for us, right? Don't want to stall, because this thing... This thing does not like to stall. I did some stall tests and they just went into a flat spin and was not recoverable. So while we climb out, let's take a look around the cockpit, shall we? So this thing has a toilet. Also, supposedly the real plane has a bunk area as well. So the toilet flushes. It's crazy. One of the things is if you have the air crew visible, you can have him sitting on the toilet. This also has a microwave with a breakfast burrito. Keypads aren't modeled though. But no coffee pot. I can't imagine that this plane would not have a coffee pot. None of this is modeled, it's just for visual reference. And there's nothing back here either, just clips. But pretty cool. I mean, I've no idea if this is the layout, because this is the view from the picture I saw. Dick Cheney was sitting here, and then I guess a pilot was sitting here, and they were sitting on the ground. And this is the only view I had. So I have no idea if any of this layout is correct. So where we at? It's 30,000. Let's lower it down. Try to keep us into that, out of that coffin corner. One of the things that are modeled is you can black out from G-forces, and you can also red out from negative G-forces. Because when I stalled it and went into flat spin, I ended up blacking out. Clouds are so cool sometimes in Flight Simulator. Sometimes they're mid and and sometimes they're really real. And supposedly the whole thing has been revamped for FS 2024, so I can't wait to see that. So we're currently burning 21,000 pounds per hour of fuel at this max speed. Center Spectre 66 checking in.
Spectre 66, Kansas City Center, radar contact. Clear direct IAB, climb and maintain flight level 500.
Cleared direct India Alpha Bravo. Climb and maintain flight level 500, Spectre 66.
American 2540, contact Kansas City Center on 132.9er.
Kansas City Center on 132.9er, American 2540. Center, region 163, 32,000 feet.
So this aircraft, from the statistics, the specs that I gathered, its long-range cruise is 0.85, which is actually similar to the 787 and the 777.
Flight level 311, climbing flight level 320.
UPS 914, Kansas City Center, good evening.
With a max speed of 0.95, so that's what we're going to hit. So I took on plenty of fuel. We can always refuel as well.
Kansas City Center on 118.8.
UPS 914. I need to land at the nearest airport suitable for my aircraft. Can you please direct me?
Just want to see what it looks like up here at 50,000. I do have the Concorde, and apparently the Concorde can fly around 60,000 feet. but I haven't been in that plane in a long time. DC Designs did it. And there was a lot of bugs. I don't know if it's been updated or not. It's probably been a couple years now.
Sector 66, expect the ILS runway 36 right approach into Altus. Descent will be in 20 minutes. Let me know if you want to descend sooner.
Expect the ILS runway 36 right approach. Descent in 20 minutes. Spectre 66.
Alright, so bring it down to 1,000. Actually, let's gain some speed.
Kansas City Center on 124.975.
Over to 24.975, Allegiant 163.
We'll increase our speed and then we'll climb back out at 1,000 feet per minute. So you definitely can, if you wanted to, you could recreate that mission with the
Kansas City Center, vision 4288 Quebec. We are unable to maintain 180.
flight from Whiteman to Afghanistan, because it has the ability to do mid-air refueling. So you can open this up. It'll open up the refueling doors and it'll actually start loading the plane up with fuel. You can also get the air show assistant, which has the air refueling thing, and that also works with this plane.
Vision Jet 88 Quebec. Roger, maintain best possible speed during the climb.
Roger, maintain best possible speed. Vision Jet 4288 Quebec.
Vision Jet 88 Quebec, contact Kansas City Center on 127.5.
So like I said, there's a lot of systems that I don't know about. I'm sure there's a manual somewhere. There has to be. I haven't found it.
Quebec, Kansas City Center, roger.
So much like other flight sim aircraft, the weapons are modeled with a mod just visually. You can't even drop them in this plane.
Kansas City Center. Good afternoon.
Also, which brings me to another point. So this is actually probably going to be the last Military Mondays for a while. I know everyone's disappointed with that, but I'm thinking, because military aircraft in this simulator, Asobo has really made it known that this is not a combat simulator. So it's really hard for me to showcase military planes in all their glory on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I am going to learn DCS, and I'm going to switch over to Digital Combat Simulator for our Military Mondays live streams, and stream military planes which are modeled way better than Microsoft Flight Simulator with working weapons, and we'll do some missions and, you know, blow stuff up.
American 1221, Papa Golf, Kansas City Center, roger.
So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in. Doing some live streams of DCS. There's some really cool aircraft out there in that simulator. Mission packs, and I think it'll just be more in line with what a Military Mondays was really set out to be.
Contact Kansas City Center on 135.575.
But it's a learning curve. It's a new sim. I've never used it before, so it's going to be a little bit till Military Mondays comes back. But I think it'll be pretty cool. But there's definitely, I've been looking into DCS, and there's definitely, you know, fighters, there's helicopters we do, you know, Apache Cobra missions, carrier ops. So that's my announcement. Military Mondays is going to be switching to DCS.
Center, citation 354 Charlie Golf is with you at 42,300 for flight level 430, 354 Charlie Golf.
Citation 354 Charlie Golf, Kansas City Center, roger.
Yeah, we're high enough. We got some curvature of the Earth. Take that, flat earthers. See, we almost there.
Charlie Golf contacts Kansas City Center on 123.8.
123.8, 354 Charlie Golf.
So somewhere between 50,000 and up, actually the sky starts getting darker. I wonder if it's modeled in the simulator. It does look bluer. See if we can go a little faster. Which I just don't think the plane can do it. Because we're getting closer to our service ceiling. So what could end up happening really is we'll stall. So I'm going to keep it though it's not indicated, there's a thing called coffin corner where the max airspeed and the stall speed will actually start coming together You get this little narrow window of speed that you can be at when the plane can actually potentially stall. And since there's no indicator of where the coffin corner is, like on an airliner, you got some speed tape which will actually show the VLS, the minimum speed, and well, that's on an Airbus anyway, and the max speed will start to get narrow, and you can keep your airspeed in the center of it. I'm just hoping to get to 50,000 feet to check it out, because I can't imagine there's much of a different look.
Vector 66, contact Kansas City Center on 134.3.
Switching to Kansas City Center on 134.3. Spectre 66. Kansas City Center, Spectre 66, evening, maintaining flight level 470.
That's pretty cool. So you see what it did there? It kind of adjusted our heading so that we could be more rounded off into the turn for the next waypoint.
5.3 descending to 4 for the 1-4 approach into Wichita. Have information whiskey.
Of course, we're going a little past it. I'm sure it'll adjust. This autopilot's pretty good. Of course, I have no calculator. I guess I could do the math.
F190 until established, cleared for the visual approach in the 1-4 Bonanza 9 Bravo Echo.
So they did do an update.
Bonanza 9 Bravo Echo, contact Wichita.
They slowed the frame rates down for this thing. That's why it's kind of jumpy to more optimize the frame rates.
125.5 Bonanza 9 Bravo Echo.
Cancel Center, Skyline 4527, request cancel flight following. Skyline 527, roger. Radar services terminated, squawk VFR. Frequency change approved. TBM 8 Delta Lima, contact Wichita approach on 134.8.
134.8, TBM 8 Delta Lima. Bueno, 118.35, TBM 8 Delta Lima.
TBM 218 Delta Lima, Kansas City Center, roger.
Alright, so we have 200 nautical miles to go. So we're probably 15 minutes away from our top of descent. And what I'm going to do is, okay, so it's got us going to Sapino. And I think it's going to do us, quick roundabout, and we'll see. We'll evaluate there, see if we're going visual. Yeah, so it's automatically adjusting for the coffin corner, so it's got to be pretty close. So we're burning 12,000 pounds of fuel. We have 109,000 pounds on board. Like I said, we could keep this up for a
Descend
good
and
while.
maintain flight level 260. Spectre 66.
Just gonna hold off a little bit. Because I want to get to that flight level 500.
Kansas City Center, Bat 89, flight level 410.
Bat 89, Kansas City Center. Good afternoon.
Yeah, see, we're so burning on the wing tanks yet. We haven't even touched our center tanks. Yeah, we're almost 50,000. Top of the world. Guys haven't hit that like button yet. How about we smash that like button for B-2 bombers up in the thin air. Really appreciate it. Likes help the channel out a lot. Helps the algorithm. So creeping up 50,000. Yeah, see our indicated airspeed is really low now. It's not liking this climb. We're almost there though. You can do it without stalling. So we're going 429 knots across the ground, but because the air is so thin up here, that's why we're getting a slower indicated airspeed.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Skyline 94527. Kansas City Center, Skyline 94527, 5,500.
Struggling. Really wanted to get it up to its service ceiling. We're going to have to start down now. $100 feet to go. Flight level 500. Almost. Alright, so let's bring it down to, let's see what the, if I have approach plates for that Air Force base. It's 36 right, Cipino transition. Yeah, I do. So I got to come down to 2900. And not making the mistake I made the other day, yesterday on the stream, where I briefed the whole approach and our intercept was at 6,300 feet, and like an idiot I dialed in 5,000 and almost put our plane into the city. So we won't do that again. So I wonder how, so negative 3,000. Let's see what that does.
King Air 22, Mike, contact Kansas City Center on 134.9er. 134.
That worked.
King Air 22, Mike.
Kansas City Center, FedEx 7560 at 6,000 feet.
FedEx 7560, Kansas City Center. Good morning. Paula altimeter 299er4.
Put the speed brake out. But we're not in an open descent, so the computer is going to keep us at 3,000 with the speed brake out. It should be all right. That would be before our top of descent anyway. So I wonder if it gives us a TOD calculation. Target required. Yeah, actually we're pretty good. So our bottom's going to be right there where we need to be. So we'll just keep going at this descent. So, over speeding a little bit. Put the brakes out.
4527 Kansas City Center, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved. Squawk VFR 527.
I'm going to get the flight recorder up. Just to have it. So guys, I put in the chat my link to my Discord. I'm trying to get everybody to come over to Discord. It's just easier to communicate. I notice people, you know, they like to ask questions and whatnot, and it's easier to answer them over Discord than the chats, or I mean not the chat, the comment sections. So I'm trying to set up a Discord for the channel. If you're you want to join Discord, just click the link in the chat. Head on over there.
Center, roger.
All right, so it looks like we're still on profile, so that's cool. Get the nav up.
1218, contact Kansas City Center on 118.8.
Nav 1 is on. Nav 2 is showing the ILS.
Center, you do know I'm on a VFR flight, correct? CBM 8 Delta Lima.
CBM 8 Delta Lima, affirmative. You are on a VFR flight.
So that looks all set up.
Sector 66, descend and maintain 14000.
Descend and maintain 14000, Spectre 66.
Right.
Contact Kansas City Center on 127.8.
Switching to Kansas City Center on 127.8, Spectre 66.
Now,
Kansas City Center, Spectre 66, evening, descending through flight level 310 to 14,000.
Sector 66, Kansas City Center, good evening.
just looking at some of the stuff. There we go.
FedEx 507 Heavy, Kansas City Center, roger.
This doesn't look like there's a radar modeled.
FedEx 507, contact Kansas City Center.
Night vision.
118.35.
That's pretty cool. FLIR.
1835, FedEx 507 Heavy, bye-bye.
So they said they have a lot of systems modeled, and it's pretty
6 Alpha Bravo, climb and maintain flight level tree 900.
wild. So we don't actually have to go down so fast anymore. So let's see what our target is. 2100. So let's go negative 2200.
Alpha Bravo, climb and maintain
Probably don't have to
450.
have the speed brakes out either.
Climb and maintain flight level 450, 6 Alpha Bravo.
Boeing 134.85, 87 Lima Delta.
Caravan 87 Lima Delta, roger. Contact Wichita approach on 134.85.
Kansas City Center, Learjet November 721 Echo Charlie, with you at flight level 340, descending 180.
Learjet 1 Echo Charlie approach, roger.
Kansas City Center.
All right, so we're approaching Altus Air Force Base in, I believe it's in Texas. No, it's in Oklahoma.
Kansas City Center, American 1822, 50350.
Alright, so we get the course set.
Sector 66, contact Fort Worth Center on 128.4.
Switching to Fort Worth Center on 128.4, Spectre 66.
Fog grade out the fog trolley license descends at 3,000 feet.
So that's that, it's already in.
Caution, caution.
355.
Fort Worth Center, Spectre 66, evening. Descending through flight level 220 to 14,000.
Oh, we could slow down now too. Alright, RNAV. Speed. Let's go IS 350.
Sector 66, Fort Worth Center, good evening.
Good evening, Fort Worth Center, Mountain 3005, taking in their flight level 30, Mountain 3005.
Mountain 300.
And we're coming for a landing, so we'll no longer need to be in stealth mode. These are all test switches. The landing lights could come on.
Caution, caution.
Yeah, thank you.
Fort Worth Center, Diamond 4 Papa Tango is back on course. Fort Worth Center, Diamond 124 Papa Tango is back on course.
Fort Worth Center, Piper 2 Papa Alpha, needing to pick up an IFR clearance to Blytheville, Arkansas.
Alright, so check there. Flight recorder's up, not running yet.
Request vectors for ILS 17 right.
Eagle Flight 002, fly heading 080, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Contact Fort Sill, approach on 124.6.
Fly heading 080, descend and maintain 4,000. Contact Fort Sill, approach on 124.6.
Alright, coming in. So the airport should be out here in front of us. Let's slow down to 250. Coming down through 10,000 now.
Sector 66, Fort Worth Center, contact Altus approach on 125.1.
Switching to Altus approach on 125.1, Spectre 66. Altus approach, Spectre 66 evening, descending through 12,000.
Spectre 66, Altus approach. Good evening, Hobart, altimeter 29.88.
Altus approach, TVM 1681 kilo, climbing through 2,300 for 26,000.
Actually, I didn't check this. 36 right's a 9,000 foot runway. 36 left probably would be better.
Spectre 66, Altus approach. Descend and maintain 6,000. Turn left heading 170 vectors for the ILS runway. 36 right approach.
Descend and maintain 6,000. Left heading 170 for the ILS runway. 36 right approach. Spectre 66.
TBM 81 kilo.
Altus approach, Spectre 66. Can we get the ILS 36 left?
Spectre 66. Expect the ILS runway 36 left approach into Altus.
Expect the ILS runway 36 left approach, Spectre 66.
Skyhawk 2 Papa Bravo, Altus approach radar contact. Climb and maintain 10000.
Climb and maintain 10000. Papa Bravo.
Why is that working? There we go. So set that, we'll go to
86 November, Altus approach, roger. Altimeter 2991.
Runway 17.
Archer 86 November, contact Altus Tower on 119.65. Archer 86 November, contact Fort Worth Center on 126.3.
So we've got the airport in sight.
Archer 4186 November, Altus approach vectors to HEDA, then own navigation.
Put the other chart up. Let's see, 36, key transition. There we go.
Spectre 66, turn left heading 165.
Left heading 165, Spectre 66.
What did it say? 16 fire? So that looks good. Can we get the ILS? wonder. Yeah. So I've only ever hand flew the approach on these things, so I don't know if. So the airport should be right over here. Actually, it's more like right over here. There we are. Nope. There we go.
Vector 66, turn left heading 135.
Left heading 135, Spectre 66.
So we should do a turn here, but I'm going to prepare to hand fly. Oh, okay, cool. We got the ILS. So we'll arm the approach. Alright, landing lights on.
Caution.
Taxi lights. Clear that caution. So maybe arming the approach wasn't a good idea. Don't know if it's going to bring us around properly. Just keep an eye on it. gear down. As long as we can get before the dune, we'll be good.
Vector 66, proceed direct SIPNO. Cleared for the ILS runway 36 right approach.
Proceeding direct SIPNO. Cleared for the ILS runway 36 right approach. Spectre 66.
Nope. Just power in. We don't want to get too slow. All right, well, it looks like we're set up. So don't want to get too fast. So it looks like we figured out the ILS, maybe, I don't know. Nope. So 1800. Autopilot off. I'm going to hand fly it. It doesn't look like a runway. So I don't think this airport's modeled right. But we're going to do it anyway. Because that looks like a taxiway, but...
Vector 66, contact Altus Tower on 119.65.
Switching to Altus Tower on 119.65. Spectre 66.
That's it. That's not too bad. If we could just slow down in time, right? On the taxiway looking runway.
Altus Tower, Spectre 66 evening, maintaining level 1000.
Yeah.
Spectre 66, Altus Tower, roger. Continue approach.
Archer 86 November cleared for takeoff.
So that's the B2 from Top Mach. I mean, it is definitely it's fun to fly.
Spectre 66,
But it's
Altus Tower. Welcome to Altus. Contact ground on 121.85.
Contact ground.
I mean, it has nothing really going on. You know, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's very well modeled, very well put together. The sound pack is
Spectre
crazy.
66 evening. We're clear of runway 36 right and ready to taxi to the gate.
Spectre 66, Altus ground, taxi to Park 7. 1 via Golf, Charlie, Bravo, Alpha. Have a good evening.
Yeah, there's no
Park
real
7-1 via Golf, Charlie, Bravo, Alpha, Spectre 66.
there's no real airport here.
186 November, ready to taxi runway 31 left.
Yeah, so I picked an Air Force base, but I never really checked it out, so it's not modeled. But like I said, Microsoft Flight Simulator has not prioritized military bases or aircraft, so
Archer
probably
41, 6 November, Altus ground, contact tower.
plus probably the
65 when you're ready to head out.
Bing maps of Altus Air Force Base is probably a little messed up, so the AI couldn't generate it.
Altus ground, Piper 62 Papa Bravo, information Papa, is ready for taxi IFR.
It is definitely badass looking though. So you can pick up this plane on the marketplace. The weapons display mod you can grab on Top Mach's website. You know, it's really easy to fly. I mean, I'm sure they used a airliner type model for it. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not a programmer.
2 Papa Bravo, Altus
But
ground, 622 PB taxi to runway 18 left at your discretion. Contact tower on 119.65 when ready for departure.
Well, we did our mission. We got up to 50,000 feet.
At your discretion, contact tower on 19.
We're gonna check out that landing.
65 when ready, 2 Papa Bravo.
So 171 feet per minute and 1.1 G forces. So that's
Archer 86 November, cross
that's
runway
technically
36 left.
a normal landing. Not quite butter. It's not under 100, but we'll park up over here. And we'll check out that landing replay.
Caution. Unsafe.
Kind of dropped right in there. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's look at that. It's kind of almost like a combat. Combat descending. Let's get the yaw coming in on the turn. Of course, that might be a bug. Saw that the airport was all janked up.
13 Whiskey Altus ground, taxi to parking at your discretion. Have a good day.
Killed the power, bleed off that energy. Made a quick adjustment.
TBM Golf Echo Golf Alpha Victor Altus ground taxi to general aviation parking at your discretion. Have a good day.
Will taxi at my discretion. Comanche 13 Whiskey, have a good day as well.
right on the supposed center line. That's nice. Very nice. Even though it looks like we landed on a taxiway. But according to my map, this was a runway. Alright guys. It's another one in the books. I don't know. I'm probably going to stream sometime later this week. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But maybe we'll continue on with our Airbus A300. Head on down to Costa Rica from Guatemala. And then maybe on to Colombia. Maybe we'll do a turn and then keep going. Stream all afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. Just if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and get that notification so you can see when the next live stream is coming up. And like I said, Military Mondays is going to be put on hold for a while as I switch over to a DCS live stream for it. So be sure to look out for that. And thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all the subscribers, my long-term fans, and the new ones. It's great that you guys love what I do, and I love doing it for you. So on to the next one. Clear skies and smooth landings. See ya.